Hi guys, that took a little while to load. Before we go on to other studying about the cell itself, I wanted to go ahead and review the four parts of the cell theory. This is a really important part of modern biology, and you will be tested on this. So let's go ahead and look over these four parts. So the first thing we talked about was that all cells develop from pre-existing cells. In other words, cells come from other cells. And if you just compare this to the living organisms, tomato plants come from other tomato plants. Fish come from other fish. Cells do the same thing. So we're looking down to the very smallest part of tomato plants or fish, and it's their cells. And again, we learned from Virchow that cells come from other cells, that they just don't magically appear. Make sure you watch this video down at the bottom, and it's really cool showing you cells that are dividing and making more of themselves. Our next part of the cell theory was all living things are made of cells. So some of the things that we've never said are made of cells, this is a no, is air, water, rocks. Those things are not living because they are not made out of cells. But plants, they're made out of cells. Animals, made out of cells. And even bacteria that are only one cell are made up of one cell. Again, make sure you watch the movie down at the bottom. The next part was that cells are the smallest unit of life. Okay, cells are alive and they are the smallest part of any organism, plant, animal, bacteria. And I like to compare this to a puzzle. When you put a puzzle together, it is, 1,000 pieces, but they end up making one big image. Okay, we are the same way. Living things are the same way, except for bacteria that could only be one cell. But plants and animals, for the most part, are made up of billions and billions of cells that come together and make a whole organism. So the smallest thing that's alive are cells. Again, cool video down here waiting for you. And the last thing we talked about is the fact that cells need energy to live their best life, to do what cells are supposed to do. If you're a stomach cell, then you're going to make acid so your animal can digest its food. If you're a plant cell, you may be a cell that has chlorophyll in it, so you can grab that light from the sun and make energy from it. So animals get their energy from the food they eat, like eating plants, or they might eat other animals. And they need it, so again, they can breathe, they can grow, move, reproduce, all those things that they need to do to be able to live their lives. And plants are the same thing, except that they don't eat other organisms. They get their energy from the sun, which we call radiant energy. And again, they need energy to make roots and leaves and fruit and plant and flowers and such. Okay? But all cells do need energy. You need to feed your cells every day. When you eat a meal and drink water and take in oxygen, you are sending all of that, some of all of that, to every one of your cells. Okay? You're feeding all your cells every day. So those were the four parts of the cell theory that we talked about. You are going to be having a quiz either today or tomorrow, and you are free to use this slide for information or the interactive notebook slides or any other notes, web pages that help you answer the questions is okay by me. Alrighty, guys, y'all have a good day. Bye bye.